All right. Hello. Oh, it looks like my mic is really loud today. And it's noise gating again. So did restarting the computer fix it? Hold on. I'm like really loud. I'm like peaking. I'm gonna turn myself down a little bit. Hold on. I need to hear what I sound like. Where's my stream manager here? What do I sound like? Check, check. Okay. It sounds okay, I think. It's still peaking a little bit. And I can hear the noise gating. Okay, it's just a little loud. I'm definitely louder than the game. Although maybe I should mute. That mutes the game for you as well. Hold on. Let me turn off monitor and see what the game sounds like. For, like, with my voice, what they sound like together. Okay, so this is me talking over top of the game. Okay, that sounds fine. That sounds fine. The game's a little quiet. Like a little bit. I might turn the game up a smidge, but not too much. Like maybe go to 0.74 instead of 0.72 like I had it at. Okay, and let's turn the monitor back on so I can hear the game. And we'll be good to go. Monitor and output. There we go. Okay. We're back in it. Looks like it's nighttime. May as well hit the hay. Okay, last we left off, we were gonna look for a different village. So we're gonna pick our direction. So should I try directly away from my base now? I really need to find a place with, like, cows. Let's put some of this stuff away. I think I'm gonna create... What's this? Oh, was this gonna be my bedroom initially? What was I building this for? Well... Let's see, where would the treasure chests be? They'd be right here. And there. So... Maybe let's... We're running out of dark oak somehow. How is that possible? Where's the rest of our dark oak? Did I use it all? Like all of the dark oak I got from the mine shafts, I've used it? Oh no, there's some. Okay. Still, that's not that much. So I've used a good amount of it. Of these. Perfect. 2 double chests. I should maybe specify. Okay. In one we're gonna put all the terracotta nonsense. Maybe the higher up one. And then all stone-related nonsense will go in the lower one, which frees up... I mean, let's consider sand stone as well, because it's technically just a bunch of stone into... more stone. You know what I mean? And clay will go with terracotta since it can be turned into terracotta. And then all stone related nonsense will go in stone. Yes. Okay. Gunpowder will go in my important stuff chest. I guess wood and stuff can go in here. I'll consider calcite stone as well. There. So that'll be stone. I'll keep some stairs on me. Put the mossy stone over there. I watched The Jungle Book last night, and I remembered really liking it as a kid. But, did not care for it, to be quite honest with you. Did not care for it. It was boring. That movie is like 90% nothing happening. It's just hijinks. The whole movie is just hijinks. Like, Mowgli doesn't want to leave the jungle, and he disobeys Bagheera, and he runs into an animal, and they fuck around for a little bit, and then Bagheera catches him, and then Bagheera's like, you gotta be a human now. You're going to the man village. And Mowgli's like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna stay in the jungle. I love it here, and I love all the new people I meet, and I love pretending to be an elephant. And overall, I am just very chill with being an animal, and I want to be an animal. Let me be an animal, for the love of God. He just wants to be an animal. Just let him be an animal. It's fine. But then, multiple of the exact same thing happens, so he messes around with some elephants, and then something happens, and he has to leave. And then he messes around with a snake, and something happens, and he has to leave. He messes around with Baloo, and then something happens, and he's taken away. He messes around with some monkeys, and something happens, and he has to leave. And then he messes around with the snake again, and then he messes around with some elephants again, and then he messes around with friggin' Baloo again, and then Baloo saves him from Shere Khan, and then he's like, Baloo's like, hey, you can live with me. And then Mowgli's like, fuck yeah, that's all I've wanted literally this entire movie. That's all I've spoken about this entire time. I just want to live with Baloo. I just want to be a bear with Baloo, and that's all I care about. And then he sees a girl. Like, a girl is introduced, she sings a song, and then he immediately is like, actually, you know what? Baloo, you know, as much as I care about you, I don't even know you exist anymore. I won't even hear you calling for me. I am gone. I am now going to have a wife and children, because that's the way I was designed to be, and there are no other ways I can live other than having a wife and children. And then the movie ends. And that is The Jungle Book. It is horrendous how often they reused animation. Like, literally every scene, there was some kind of reused animation. Sometimes multiple times within the same scene. Mowgli would do the exact same thing twice. Or sometimes even more. Like he throws the stick and then kicks his foot and then he wanders along a log, but then later it's not a log anymore, it's something else. Like he does the same exact action at least 4 or 5 times. It's the exact same animation loop. It's egregious. I did not realize it was that bad. I guess I just was so into the songs as a kid. And also, everyone in the jungle treats him nicely, except for the snake and Shere Khan. Like, everybody treats him like a bro. The vultures are super nice for some reason. The vultures are just total bros from the very beginning. There's no conflict there. They just want to add a fifth person to their group, and then they see Mowgli, and they're like, yeah, Mowgli could be our fifth person or whatever. We'll just raise him as our own. And then Baloo's like, hey, Mowgli, I'll raise you as my own. And then the king, the monkey, who I guess could be considered an antagonist maybe, he just wants to hang out with Mowgli and learn how to create fire. Like, that's all he cares about. He just wants to be able to create fire. And he thinks all man cubs must know how to make fire because man knows how to make fire. That's his motivation, is learning how to make fire. So, like, what is the purpose of the movie? It's like, you know, like, you'd think the purpose would maybe be, don't let people tell you how to live your life, based on the first half of the movie. Like, you could make the assumption that that's what they're going for, based on the way Mowgli acts and based on the way the plot is written. But then by the end of the movie, it's like, no, actually Mowgli was the wrong one for not wanting to date a girl, because that's what humans are designed to do. And if he doesn't date a girl, then he's failed himself as a human, because that's the only way they can get happiness is with other humans. Which, yeah, I mean, I guess he shouldn't be living in the jungle. It wasn't a safe place. But the reasoning, like, the only way they could convince Mowgli that maybe living in the jungle wasn't a good idea was by having a girl show up. That was the only way they could conceive of in the 60s that Mowgli... Oh, Jesus. Did that say trident? Oh, jeez. How long was I right next to a drowned? I had no idea. But anyway, that just left, like, I don't know, a funny taste in my mouth. That conclusion is just odd to me. Why is it more coral reefs? Are we just going to end up in another desert? I really need a village with a library. I was really hoping we'd come across one soon. Like, I was hoping we'd just walk in this direction a little bit, and then suddenly there'd be a village. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, unfortunately. Okay. Too far, too far. Yeah, like, the elephants accept him right away. I guess maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I just don't get it. I don't know. Are there any drowned around? Well, we don't need it. I like making bubble elevators, and you need kelp for that. Usually a couple stacks will do it. I'll try to build my house somewhere up high anyway. In case I want to create like an XP farm or something. Which I don't consider an exploit simply because I can do it in not creative mode, and also I can do it in not creative mode, and also it's possible to die while doing it. So because of that, I don't consider it a cheat. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, it's not cheating to make an XP farm because you could die doing it, and therefore it's still like kind of like scary to. Oh. This was a lot closer. I only needed to plant like maybe 30 torches, which sounds like a lot, but honestly that's not that far. Not nearly as far as the other one was, that's for sure. Now we just have to hope there's a library here or cows. They have terracotta here too? Okay. The songs were catchy, so you know, so that was kind of nice. The songs are good. I liked those, except for maybe the one the snake sings. I think maybe because it's Winnie the Pooh's voice actor, it's just so weird to see them in like kind of a threatening role rather than bumbly little guy. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Which direction did we come from? Uh-oh. I think we came from straight ahead, because I remember seeing that window in the dark. There's gotta be a library here, please. Uh-oh. Why are you alive? Where? That guy looks like he has a lectern, which implies, to me, where's the zombie? Where's the zombie? Okay. Guy with lectern implies to me that there will be a library. Basically, is what I was trying to say there. Nice. Emeralds. Ah, hello. So maybe he was a cartographer, not a... Hello, pig. I wish there were more of you. Kitty. I thought they were... I thought he was a lectern guy. But he might not have been. Saddle. Short grass I do not need. Well, luckily this place isn't far. So this should be where we build our home, I think. Not only is this a better place to build our home geographically, due to all of the grass, which means we might find more animals here, I think overall it's just better because there's a friggin' village here. So it won't be as difficult to locate villagers when we're literally at a village. You know what I mean? And look, I already have some food to come grab. Sorry, Piggy. No, because I'm just going to make one yellow terracotta. That doesn't work. I guess we'll just get rid of the spider eye. So let's... So what I'll do is I'll drop... For now, I'll drop the dark oak planks. And I'll get some wood to create this type of plank just to create treasure chests. And then I'll create a double treasure chest, and I'll leave all of the stuff I have right now except for my boat and my bed. And my crafting table. And, like, my tools, obviously. I guess. Okay, well, this isn't where we're going to build our thingy. We'll bring the extra... Okay, so just get rid of everything that's an extra... That's just taking up space. That we won't use. And that we won't need before we get back. Help is a later thing. Boat we need. Steps is a later thing. Cobblestone we'll bring. Saddle, we won't need those for a while. Terracotta, we won't need that for a while. Compass, we don't need right now. Food we'll bring. Stone shovels, we don't need right now, especially not the spare one. Axe we'll bring. But yeah, we're gonna go get some building materials. Just put all this shit away. Bring the crafting table. Okay. This shouldn't take that long to get back. It shouldn't take that long to get back home. So we'll do just that. And if we want to connect two villages, I mean, normally what I do is I connect my home to the village by rail, but I don't need to do that this time because I haven't technically built my base yet. I have kind of a base. It's got the stuff I would normally have in a base, but it's kind of a base. I kind of built it up just a little bit too much. Like, I made my farm there, and I talked about expanding the farm. But that was before I really realized that, yeah, I do actually want to build my base near the village. That's the best way to do things. It's always the best way to do things. And it just doesn't really make sense to not just build my home where the village is. Like, why would I not just build my home where the village is? Yes, there are lots of caves over here, but as I've noted, we haven't, like, picked them clean of anything. I'm sure there's still diamonds down there, but it's like, I don't know, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it just to build my village, or build a rail going to this village when it's so far away? I don't think it is. I don't think it's easier. Hi, Sawyer! I wasn't sure if you'd join me, because it's later. There's a saying, when the cats are away, the mice shall play, but today Dana's away. And, you know, I think the cats just want attention. Because they've only got me supplying them with attention instead of the both of us. So I think the cats have been all a little more needy than usual today, especially since Dana's like, you know, I think maybe some of the cats' preferred person. I'm not gonna say I 100% know exactly the preferences of all my cats in terms of people they like hanging out with. But I think maybe Sawyer likes hanging out with Dana more than she likes hanging out with me. Not to say I don't think Sawyer, like, hates me. She absolutely doesn't. But I think if she could choose between me or Dana, she'd rather be on Dana's desk than on mine, getting attention from Dana rather than from me. But I could be wrong. Of course I could be. She's a cat. She has her own emotions, and I can't read cat brains. So, I don't know. Also, did I go the wrong way? Did I go the wrong way, Sawyer? I think I went the wrong way. How did I go the wrong way? I didn't leave enough torches. This is exactly the opposite issue of last time, where I left too many torches. This time I didn't leave enough. I don't know where my stuff is. Did I ever take down the coordinates? I don't think I did. Sawyer, you're making this very difficult. Yeah. You are. Sawyer, I really need you to not be on the mouse right now. Sawyer, please. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god. She is making it impossible to play. Okay, I'm glad I realized I went the wrong way. How come there's... Oh. Oh, fuck. Really bad time, Sawyer. Please lie down. Sawyer, please. I think maybe she prefers hanging out with Dana because Dana's a lot more chill. I stream, so I'm talking, and I play a lot more involved games. So, like, I'm constantly not paying attention to Sawyer. Because often I'm distracted by whatever the game is having me do. Like, run through the Badlands in the middle of the night, screaming and being horrified that I'm going to get killed by something. So Sawyer doesn't have as much to do. Okay. Hopefully that makes it a little more obvious. But like I said, this isn't as far as... Isn't as far as the other one was. I think part of the reason Sawyer gets restless is because I stop paying attention to her for long stretches of time. And then she's like, what the heck, dude? Oh, fuck. You are ridiculous. She's cleaning her paw, and she just, like, brute force pushed my hand with her paw as she was licking it. Like, I get it, Sawyer. I'm not hanging out with you. Oh, God. I'm sorry that I'm not being as attentive as I should be. But I'm running for my goddamn life right now. Trying to not get killed. So forgive me. Ouch. Whew. I think I've got all the important stuff. Like, I can come back later. This doesn't have to be the last time I come here. I do wish I could see more than just a quarter of the screen like I am right now. Oh. Excuse me. Pardon me. That was very rude. Distasteful. Sheesh. What was that, sweetie? That tiny little cute little meow? They were just like... We finally have some pork chops. And we're going to be near pigs. Shouldn't be difficult to get some in our I don't know, our fences. Hey, baby. I guess I could turn all of my wheat into bales of hay and bring all of my wheat to trade with the farmers that are there, because that's like, other than Archer and Sticks, or not Archer, sorry, what are they called? Fletcher. Other than Fletcher and Sticks, Archer is kind of the main, or sorry, Farmer is kind of the main way to get emeralds. Holy cow. That was hard to say and think. I guess I'll swap out my salmon with the pork chop and bring. Oh, I should bring my sugarcane too. Or maybe I should bring my sugarcane as paper. I'm gonna get rid of the shield I'm equipped with, actually. And equip this other one. And that way I can bring... I want to bring fencing and sugarcane. Okay, this is all of the important stuff. Oh, maybe I should try to blockify this gold and iron. That'll maybe even out. This should be 14. Because it's divvied up the exact same way. Blocks of gold. And then... God, if this is like 3 or something... Oh, that'd be so much better. But it's not. Okay. And then 19 is just gonna be one shy of correct. That sucks. But that's okay because we freed up a slot. So can we bring anything else? Do we want to bring anything else? Is anything else worth bringing? We can leave this wheat for now because we have so much hay bale. So let's just bring the rest of the sugar cane and another stack of fences. Why not? Why not? Okay. We can and may return to this place. Maybe to go on another diamond hunt in an established mine shaft, but pardon me, for the time being, we're just going to start constructing a new place to live at the other village. Or rather, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, at the other village, but basically, I mean, the one we're going to right now. Because the one in the desert didn't have enough pros. Like, pros over cons. Like, this place has a village that's closer to water. It's also a village that is closer to my current base. It's also a village that has a biome that spawns animals other than camels or whatever. So it's overall going to be an easier village to live in and to set up camp in overall. I already said that. The word overall, I mean. But I said it again. So I just went, ugh. It sounded like she was tired of me explaining myself. He's like, they get it. It's different and it's better. You weighed the pros and cons. Now get to it, jeez. Stop over explaining yourself. And you know what, Sawyer? Thank you. I will stop over explaining myself. Hopefully, cows are part of the animals that want to hang out. Wow. No wonder it was hard to find where we stopped. Because I just got on land for 2 steps and then immediately I could have just broken the ground to make it one smooth through line. They already have a dock constructed. There's just too many pros here. Can't deny that. An established village in a biome that I actually want to live in is a lot better than one I... Oh, jeez. Guys, hey. You're supposed to be in bed when you do that. Or maybe not, actually. I think I want to build my house on this hill. As I mentioned. So... yeah. Wow. That is kind of a mess. That's okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. So... Sorry, dude. I thought I jumped like a jump slash attack. Killed a pig in one. Oh! Well, now I'm feeling even better about this choice. No kidding, eh? That's kind of crazy that we happened upon a nether portal right around where I'm thinking about setting up shop. What are the odds of that? Usually I have to... Well, I mean, I guess the last time we were doing an attempt at this, I had the same thing. I had a village with a nether portal already in it. That was kind of lucky and crazy as well. And that portal was ginormous. That portal was like 30 blocks high. That was pretty crazy. I actually really liked that world, and I think I could have just gone back to it, honestly, because it had not... I don't think I lost. I don't think I lost in that world, unless I did, and that's why I stopped playing, but I don't think so. I think I just took a break from Minecraft for a while. And by the time I came back, there were like so many updates, I was like, well, I should play the newest release, but I want Optifine. That's the same village. Okay. I was like, is there another village? But no. It's the same one. was really hoping to find some cows around here, but all these pork chops are definitely gonna be put to good use, I think. Let's see if the farmer wants any hay. Oh, there are two farmers. Let's see if either of the farmers wants any hay. Or rather, wheat. Potato. Please want wheat. Please want wheat. Yes! Okay. That is good news. Because I am about to have a fuck ton of wheat. I'm glad we found a better village. Like, honestly, I am. Because it was going to be kind of a nightmare if we didn't. And, like, the odds. What are the odds we wouldn't find a better village? That's a lot of hay. Let's put this and this and this there. Pick that up. You. Bam. Perfect. And they're growing hay, so I can always harvest more from them. Of course, if I don't beat them to it, they just harvest it and then put it away. But still. Need his belt to change. Okay. Now we're talking. So he'll level up faster if we do one of the more expensive things. And now we have 16 emeralds. And a lot to show for it. Maybe I should break the other guys. Who are you? You're farmer novice. And if I break this, does he lose his job? No? Oh. Oh! Oh, they're down there. I guess. Oh, they're all converting to drowned. That's so scary. Drowned are scary. What are they? Did someone attack us? Why are they all in the town square? Did someone hit the bell? Perfect. You. Ooh, pumpkin. Last one. 1, 2, 3 farmers. And we don't have anybody with a lectern. Even though I thought we did when I was coming over here. But they have a monocle usually. If they're a lectern guy. I don't think we have a Fletcher either. Yeah, Sawyer? What does that mean? Put you away, put you away. Away, put you away. I think I left my crafting table at the other base. Pardon me. I did. Next to my farming chest. Back there. Oh my god, dude. I watched a movie called A Scanner Darkly. And it resonated with me on such a deep level. And I really enjoyed it. But it also, like, was very upsetting to watch. I don't know how else to describe it. It was very upsetting to watch. I think I resonated with it so much that it actually became intensely emotional for me, and by the end of the movie I was sobbing. Anyway, would I recommend it? I think I would. Kind of a trippy experience, but it takes you through like what someone who has mental illness, specifically something that warps their perception of reality, or is on drugs that causes that same issue. So like whether it's a drug causing the schizophrenia or they just have schizophrenia, it's about someone living through that. And so they're an unreliable narrator, and by the end it's just clear. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. It's really good. I highly recommend it. But I will say that if you are sensitive to movies about addiction or overdosing or both, I would just let you know that it deals with those kinds of issues. So, just so you know about that. Because that is the focus of the movie and the movie's plot. So, yeah. Pretty heavy stuff, but it was really good. It's all rotoscoped, so it was shot digitally, and then animators took the footage that they had shot with the actual actors, and they just threw over top of it. Like, that's what rotoscoping is. And wow. It takes you to some uncanny valley type places. Because it's like, you can tell it's a drawing, but like sometimes it's just so close to being what it probably actually looked like. But you can just tell there's something off the entire time. Wow. That's all I can say about that movie is wow. I think it might be one of my favorite movies I've ever seen. But I often like movies with unreliable narrators, especially when it's not clear that it's unreliable narration. And like it's very, very mostly just hinted at that you might be listening to someone who isn't fully grasping what's going on. But I love the way they did it and like how the reveals kind of were built up. I don't know. I think in some ways I think I overthought it and I just didn't look at the movie I didn't take the movie at face value from pretty much the first like 20 minutes in. I stopped taking the movie at face value like pretty early on, so I like pretty much the whole time I watched the movie, I was viewing it as a metaphor for addiction and mental illness. I saw it as a metaphor the whole time, pretty much. But viewing it in that way rather than taking everything that's happening at face value makes the plot a little confusing. So like if you view it as a metaphor before the plot, like if you're looking at it as, oh, well, this is a metaphor for this, instead of just going, okay, well, the plot is literally this. This is what is happening in the movie. So those two things are kind of conflicting. The metaphor versus the literal actual plot of the movie. They kind of collide. But since Bob Arctor is a unreliable narrator, it's hard to tell, it's hard to sift, like, differentiate reality from fiction. Like, what's really happening and what's a delusion? So maybe I overcomplicated it. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the movie. I just started replaying scenes in my head. It's weird how deeply that movie kind of resonated with me. And I was, kind of shocked. I've gotten sad at movies before, and I've cried during movies before. But that was like a very emotional experience. Nothing like classic Minecraft music to make you feel introspective, huh? Nothing like that classic Minecraft music to make you search your thoughts and feelings. This might be a really niche OG YouTube reference, but every time I hear that specific song, there was a YouTuber who still does stuff but is not a good person, named Tobuscus. And he had a video games channel. And on that video games channel, one of the things he played was Minecraft. And he was actually the reason... God, this is so weird to admit. This far into my YouTube and Twitch, because I've been uploading on YouTube and Twitch for a long time. YouTube far longer, but still. He was kind of the first YouTuber I ever watched, like, a lot of. You know what I mean? Like, I watched him a lot. Like, all of his second and third channel stuff. Like, I would watch his vlogs, and I would watch his games every day, and I would watch, his regular YouTube videos. Like, I watched everything that he put out, pretty much. I watched some of his stand-up that he would do, but also through YouTube videos. Like, I just, like... I was a big fan. And it got me interested in making my own YouTube videos, because all he would do for his earlier gaming videos was he would just kind of hit the record button and then leave everything in and then upload it kind of wholesale onto his gaming channel. That was pretty much what he did. He'd just record it, upload it with little to no editing, and he'd post it. And I was like, well, I could do that. Like, that sounds easy. I could easily do that. And so that's what the beginning of my YouTube gaming channel was. My LimbsAndGames channel started out on a game that he had already played at the time I watched it, but it was a successful YouTube gaming series, Dead Island. And I began playing it because of his YouTube series of him playing the same game. That's part of why I wanted to play it. Because it was like this huge promotion campaign. I don't know if you remember the promotion campaigns for Dead Island, but they were very, very... Like, that trailer was nothing like the game, but it made people interested in the game. Like, I thought it was going to be like... The trailer made it seem like it was going to be the Last of Us level storytelling before The Last of Us came out. You know, where it's like, oh, this is going to be a narrative-driven zombie movie type game. Like, a narrative-driven zombie game that's made like a zombie movie. That's what it felt like it was going to be. And then it wasn't that at all. Don't get me wrong, there is a plot. It's just a B action horror movie plot. And the voice acting's pretty weird. The combat's pretty bad. And the game is longer than it needs to be. By quite a bit. And also, there's 2 different sewer levels. Or at least one level that's kind of like a sewer. See, that's the thing. It's also so forgettable. But that might be because every time I've played that game, the version I have of it, like, the cutscenes are glitched, and I just don't know if, like, the version I'm playing on is just broken. Because I think I have it on Steam, but I got it when it first came out. Pretty much. And I'm pretty sure it always has that kind of video glitch thing going on in one of the cutscenes where you're like on the roof of a don't even remember. Is that the police station? See, that's the thing. I don't remember anything about it. Even though I just played it like a year or two ago. I finally beat it for the first time a couple years ago. And like, I think maybe I beat it without recording it at one point, and then I just beat it again later. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the ending was so generic that I was kind of like unsure if I had beat it before or not. I was like, I could have maybe just made up this plot in my head, and that's why I know it. Or like this was what I guessed would happen, or this is actually how the game ends, and it's just a very generic plot that I'm just seeing again for the second time. But I don't know for sure. But yeah, that game isn't great, but that YouTuber is why I got that game and why I started making YouTube videos in the first place. So that's pretty crazy to think about. And every time I hear that song, oh yeah, that was the point. I'm just now getting to the point. Every time now I hear that song, he had one of his episodes of Minecraft. He was in, like, he was cutting sugarcane or something, and that song started playing, and he started ad-libbing a song to that, like, he ad-libbed lyrics to that song. And now every time I hear the bum, 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 pardon me, bum, pardon me, at some point in that song, I start hearing the Tobuscus lyrics, the ad-libbed lyrics, because I used to listen to that all the time. I used to watch that video frequently. And so now it's just kind of deeply embedded in my memory of this game. Anyway, that took a really long time to explain, but I'm glad I got there, because it matters. Doesn't matter. Oh my god, dude. I'm still thinking about a scanner darkly. I can't stop thinking about it. I wish I could, but I can't. This is wild, I think, for me. You know, having these scenes play out in my head kind of over and over again is very strange. And like when I'm thinking of it as a metaphor, geez, it's just so much. So many questions. And like, is even my sort of understanding of the plot correct? That's what I don't know, because like, as I said, Bob Arctor is an unreliable narrator. It's hard to know if he is seeing what we think he is seeing, because he might not be. He could just be not seeing what he thinks he is. So like, there's an entire central plot that revolves around something that hides your identity from others, and I don't know if that's a real thing in the plot. I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't know if that's just him, like a metaphor for him not knowing who he is anymore because of being addicted. But literally in the movie, it is a thing that he has and wears. That's why seeing it only as a metaphor rather than an actual plot makes it confusing. Because if you don't look at the plot at face value, you will have a very hard time figuring out anything that is going on at all. So you need to take everything at face value or else it doesn't make sense. But if you're able to take everything at face value and think about what the metaphor might be at the same time, it becomes a very interesting movie, in my opinion. God, I feel weird just talking about this movie so much because I just want to justify my thoughts. But it's like, I shouldn't have to do that necessarily, but I feel like I do because I don't know. I want someone to give me confirmation that I'm not crazy. Am I the unreliable narrator, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Like, did I misunderstand it so completely that now I'm parroting incorrect information? And really, it was just about this one thing. But I don't think that's the case. I truthfully believe that I figured out essentially or close to what the message of the movie was. But it's impossible to know for sure, I guess. Man. I'm not gonna stay long because I started my stream late. But yeah, in fact, I might even end it now just so I go to bed at a regular time. I have to be up early. Oh, that's right. I'm doing my music lessons tomorrow morning instead of... Oh, that's good that I remembered that. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I will go to bed now. Well, not go right to bed, but I am going to go take my bedtime pills and I'm going to get ready for bed because I need to wake up early to hopefully do... I got to do my workout before my music lesson at 10:30. So I'm gonna force myself to get up. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I have an idea. Okay, well, while I brainstorm ideas to force myself to get out of bed on time tomorrow, I will leave you with this. Go watch A Scanner Darkly, or don't if you are worried about the themes being too dark for you. But I think it was an excellent movie, and I almost want to watch it again, even though it was such an emotional experience for me. I almost want to watch it again to, see if I notice any new things. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.